What's up, Facebookers? What's up, YouTubers? What's up? What's up? All right, let's go to Facebook. What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? How are y'all doing? Unpacking the Baggage podcast. We're live. Good evening. I'm here on time. This looks pretty strange, but I am here. Let me get myself on my phone so that I could uh, get to my live deal. I'm here a little early. We have y'all come on in. I know y'all were wondering what's going on. It looks pretty weird, me being by myself. I'm gonna wait a little while for y'all to come on in. Shout out to Cheers, y'all. All right, so today, welcome to the episode 23. I'm calling this episode Diddy and domestic violence. If you are wondering where my crew is, I have to let you guys know that Brittany, her son, Brittany is actually in the emergency room today. Last night, her son, Nate, who struggles with sickle cell, got sick last night. And so, yeah, when y'all say your prayers, let me just tell you, Nate is a soldier. I went today and I saw him in the at Children's Hospital, and he was doing fine. But for those of you guys who are wondering where Brittany are, y'all say an extra prayer for Brittany and Nate tonight. She is actually being a good mom and at the emergency room with Nate. So when you say your prayers tonight, say an extra prayer for Nate. Hopefully, if things go well, he can come home pretty soon. Nate is a soldier. He is a good kid, a tough kid. And I went to see him this morning when I got off work, just to put my eyes on him and Brittany. So that's where Brittany is. She's actually at the hospital with her son. So as I said, when y'all say your prayers tonight, say a special prayer for Nate. Okay. And actually, Q, who is off this week, it's Memorial Day weekend. So she took off. So I'm rolling solo. Y'all have to deal with me by myself. I'm going to ask y'all to be a little bit patient with me because I don't have my crew. So I'm not going to be full speed. Some of your comments, I might not be able to get to them as quickly as possible. In fact, I might tell you that you have to call in tonight to get your comment read. I need you guys to do me one favor, though, as you do every week, as I ask. I need the people that are on here to share the live. I need you to share it. I need you to like it, and I need you to comment. So please start off by sharing the live, so that we could get to our normal. What up, Tam? So we could get to our normal viewership. So please share it and let me know in the comments that you've shared my live. Tonight, we're talking about Diddy. For those of you who have known what's going on, we're gonna jump into some great conversation about Diddy, and we're gonna talk about just domestic violence. We should have already been on this. It took this thing to happen with P. Diddy for us to get on it. Thank you, Jeremiah. I see you. Thank you, Tam. I see you. Aunt Tina, I see you on there. Veronica Jones, please share it. As always, I'm going to start off by talking about our sponsors. Now, listen, I told you that we're creeping now almost 3.5 million views. Okay, this podcast, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to us on Sunday evenings and on Tuesdays. We try to come to you midweek on Tuesday, and I appreciate you guys for turning us on and listening to us week after week. So if you want to advertise and talk to those 3.5 million viewers and those 72,000 people that we have that listen to us each week, I'm going to encourage you. We've got very affordable prices where you can advertise your businesses, your products, your restaurant. Whatever you do, the spending power of our listeners is astronomical, and you can take advantage of that. All right. All you have to do is inbox myself or inbox Brittany Arnold, and we will get you a package where you can sponsor and talk to these 72,000 listeners that we have week in and week out, and over our 3 million views, that people that tune in because we're doing great podcasting and talking about great information and great topics such as what we're going to talk about tonight. So when I talk about sponsorship, the first sponsorship that I want to talk about is our Hair Invasion, Arkansas. It's the biggest hair show of the South. It's the 25th anniversary. All right. It's one of the most entertaining events that you will ever see. Our community is at its best. Hair and barbering art infused by choreography, swag, community, and purpose. Now, this hair show is June 9th. It's at Shooters Bar and Grill. Everybody know where Shooters is, okay? It's June 9th. If you need ticket information, all right, ticket information, 501-247-9817. I'm hosting this thing. If you've ever been to an event that I've hosted, I promise you, you will not be let down. I entertain. I got my outfits picked out. My swag is going to be turned all the way up. And I promise you, I'm going to turn you up. I'm going to turn you up. June 9th. All right, Shooters Bar and Grill, Hair Invasion, Arkansas. For ticket information, call Tam, 501-247-9817. She will deliver it to you. You can purchase tickets over the phone. We're going to make it easy. Let's pack that place out, Hair Invasion, Arkansas. The other thing is, and I don't have the information. I'm working without our app tonight because I don't have our computer, but I know that Q, who is the woman that reads our comment, she is doing eyebrows now, and she's having a special. I think she's running it like $25 to get it, where she normally charges $40. So she's running a special. Y'all support my girl Q. Q is volunteering her time every week to bring y'all the comments. So please support Q Kelly. I see her in the comment. Angle the camera better, Papa Smurf. Kiss my tail, Q. You look at it the way you see it. You didn't come to work, so you don't get to tell me how I angle the camera. Bring your ass to work and help me see. Let me see. There you go. There you go. All right. Yeah. So anyway, support my girl Q. Q, put the prices because I know that we have your commercial queued in our app, but I'm not using the app now. So put the price of the special that you're running and how long you're running it down here. I think she's running it for a while. It's $25, and she will go and she will hook you up. Okay. So anyway, everybody shared it. Please share it. I think we paid all our bills. Now, let's get into the topic tonight, right? If you have been around over the last month, you have seen all of these things be unraveled with P. Diddy, right? The man has been rumored to be involved with sex trafficking, sexual assaults, rape, and domestic violence. He is, I'm wondering why our black celebrities continue to miss the mark time after time with our women. Yeah, I am when this first came out. I'll start off with when this first came out. I'm one of those people who I'm not quick to jump on the professional opinion bandwagon. Tam, who is one of my consultant that I use as my sounding board for this podcast, I talk to her every day, and she often tells me I am the Captain Save a Hoe mentality, which means that oftentimes I don't rush to judgment, right? I feel like I am the voice of reason. I give people time and time and time. And sometimes that plays against me because oftentimes when people will give up on, most people, I tend to stay around and give them the benefit of the doubt. So when this thing came about and surfaced with P. Diddy with the gay accusations, the accusation that he was beating on Cassie and that, he had did something to Kim Porter. I was one of the ones that I wasn't soon or quick to rush to judgment, right? Because one of the reasons why I don't rush to judgment is I think public opinion is very important. I don't rush to judgment because oftentimes, time after time, I've been on the receiving end of lies. I've been on the receiving end of people not telling the truth. I've been on the receiving end of, of where being popular has not had its advantages, right? When you're popular, everybody seems to get in your business. Everybody seems to want to, comment on your business. There have been times that the truth has been lies has been threaded over me, and then they had no truth to them. So because of that reason, I'm extra super sensitive to not rushing to judgment. I give people the benefit of the doubt. Oftentimes, I give people too much benefit. And so when the thing came out against P. Diddy months and months ago, I said I'm not going to believe everything that they said. Obviously, the other thing that I'm super sensitive to, I'm really super sensitive to when people come out and throw these gay rumors all the time. I feel like oftentimes people use those gay rumors as a way to get back at people. I'm not saying that I don't believe that there aren't any down low people. I'm not saying that I don't believe that there aren't gay people. I'm saying that oftentimes I feel like, especially some of our women, that they use that gay term as a weapon. And so when accusations come out with our superstars, with popular people, with everyday people, I'm one of the ones that kind of reserve judgmenting. I don't rush to judgment on that thing. And so when that came out with P. Diddy, and they was saying that he was doing all of these terrible things to these women, I said I'm gonna stay put. I'm not going to share my opinion. I'm not going to talk about what I believe. I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna listen and I'm gonna wait on the facts to roll down. And then on this past Friday, CNN actually got a video that was taken back in 2016 where Pete Diddy was running through the hotel in a towel, and Cassidy and him had gotten into an argument. She tried to leave. Hopefully, you guys can Google the Pete Diddy and Cassie video, and you'll come up. I don't have my audio queued up to play the video, but I'm pretty sure that most of you guys have witnessed and saw this video, this disturbing video that came about on Friday. I tell you, I was outraged. I was outraged because I felt like I had really not bought into the bullshit that they said about Pete Diddy. So I would outrage because it comes from a man that have daughters. I have 5 daughters. I have 2 sisters. I have uh 2 baby mamas. And of course, I would not want anybody, I would have a real fucking issue if somebody was handling my daughters, my sisters, even my baby mamas. As much as we beef sometimes, I still, the love for our women, they are to be respected. I was just flabbergasted that, outside of him lying to us, and I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna read the statement that he said in December, where he said that people were going for a money grab. So I believed and given him, I won't say that I believed him, but I didn't rush to judgment. I gave you the benefit of the doubt. Let me go back before I go about this video of the statement that he released in December of last year. He said on Diddy's Instagram page, he said, "Enough is enough." It reads, I'm going to quote this. "For the last couple of weeks, I've sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of these awful things being alleged, and I will fight for my name, my family, for the truth. Sean Diddy Combs." Right then, you knew you was fucking lying then. Right then, when you made this statement, you were deceiving us at that point. You knew all of the allegations were really true. In this lawsuit, Cassie claimed that you have sexually assaulted her. That you made her perform sexual acts with other people while you masturbated. It was so many sickening things that were mentioning in her lawsuit. You knew which you were dumb as hell, because in my mind, if you knew you had all of these skeletons in the closet, you should have settled early. You should have never let that come to light. You should have settled before, but the arrogance of you thinking that you couldn't be touched, and you allowed this woman to my understanding that she threatened to sue you plenty of times. And because you felt like you can't stop, won't stop, is the Diddy, what he says, can't stop, won't stop. You felt like you were higher and could not be touched. And so when she went through with the lawsuit, it was the quickest settlement, less than 24 hours, you settled the lawsuit, which had you, in my own opinion, had you settled the lawsuit before it happened, then none of these things that are happening now would have even probably ever came to light. But because you were very arrogant, and because you thought that you could not be touched, you thought that Cassie was bluffing, she actually sued you. That was the ending of everything. Because I can tell you there have been plenty of celebrity. I was looking at Charlemagne on the Breakfast Club speak out. I was looking at Stephen A. Smith speak out. I was looking at Lil Scrappy. All of these people went so far to call you that was some bitch ass nigga shit that you were doing. And when I say bitch ass nigga, I always have to clarify when I use the word, the N word, it's not for our culture. It's not a black man that I'm talking about. It's bitch ass nigga shit when you do shit like put your hands on a woman like you did with Cassidy. I'm pretty sure that there's more videos that's going to surface. Let's go back and talk about the fact that she was trying to leave. She was trying to leave the hotel. You walk out in this towel, go to the elevator, you take her, you slam her on the ground. Not only do you slam her on the ground, you in turn kick her 2 or 3 times. Then you pick her up and you tend to drag her back to your room, as to say, now, bitch, you're not going to leave. I'm going to drag you back into this situation. When I looked at that, I thought, oh my God. It was rumored that he spent $50,000 to keep that video from surfacing. So here's my question. Where the hell have this video been since 2016? Who did he pay? And how did that video get leaked to CNN for it to come out? This is 2024. So that's what, 8 years that this video has been in existence in hiding and not came about. Who the hell had this video for 8 years and not released it? He thought that because he had paid the $50,000 is what it was rumored, that the video would never show its face again. I'm disgusted. He's the feds, B. Okay. Obviously, Whitlow, you saying that he's the feds. He can't be the feds, because if he was the feds, the shit would have never came out. So somebody released the video showing in the hotel that it's been in existence since 2016. I see David Whitlow is saying the dude is a federal informant. Okay, that might be true. That might be true on some parts. But somebody had this video for 8 years, sat on it, and now it's coming up when everything is coming up. Now, I will say this. Tam and I were talking about this today. You can't be this powerful. You can't be this powerful and know that if you are that powerful, that somebody, obviously he pissed the wrong person off that was more powerful than him and that was trying to bring him down. Now, obviously there was rumor that he's in a lawsuit, that he just won a lawsuit with Diageo with the Ciroc issue, and he beat them in undisclosed in a lawsuit. He won a lawsuit with them, and it's undisclosed what the settlement is. But he must have pissed the wrong person off to get to Cassidy and make her come forward, because obviously he had been doing this to Cassidy for years. So some point in time, he has pissed the wrong person off. He just pissed the wrong person off. This happened back in December. He lies and put out a statement and says that everything that he's accused of in the lawsuit that he settled, was a lie. Now, I am also a component and a believer that every time somebody settles a lawsuit, it is not an admission of guilt, right? I've owned a business. Sometimes it's cheaper, it's less painful to settle a lawsuit rather than to fight it. Now, I have friends that argue that if I'm innocent, I'm going to take whatever it takes to clear my name. I don't know that I believe in that theory either. I mean, if somebody is suing you, let me give you an example. If somebody is suing, let me read and see what Brittany is saying. How is he able to speak on it without getting paid by him to shut up? She say, how is she able to speak on it after getting paid by him to shut up? Obviously, Brittany, I think that she's not saying anything, though. I've not seen anything from Cassidy. I've not seen anything from her. I think her attorney put out something that says that things will come out more to substantiate some of the things that she said. But I don't think that I've heard anything from Cassidy. I think the lawsuit permits her from talking about anything that was settled on. So I think that she can't say on it. Brittany is also saying you would think that it's settled in the court. He would have made her sign a non-disclosure agreement. Shaking my head. He's crazy for not. Brittany, I would say that I think he probably did. He's smart. I think he got some attorneys. I've not heard anything from Cassidy. I've not heard anything from her. Cassie, I'm sorry, not Cassie. Cassie, I've not heard anything from Cassie. So she's not saying anything. I think her attorney made in a statement. He said something to the fact of that, more things will come, and he was trying to substantiate some of the accusations that she made in her lawsuit. But I've not heard any statement from Cassie since this thing has come out. But the disturbing video has got all of the stars saying that Pete Diddy has been lying the whole time. I was one of the ones that questioned the gay allegations. But I'm going to tell you this. If you lied about that, you probably lied about the gay shit. The gay shit of him fucking around with Future and doing a lot of gay activities. I would probably say that if you were found lying with the sexual assault, that you're probably lying about the homosexual and the gay activity as well. Now, I want to bring this to you. I bring all of this up to say that I think that there are plenty of women that deals with domestic violence nationally and here every day. I also think that this is a serious issue that plagues our African American community and our community, period. I despise men who have to be physical. Now, let me be clear. Sometimes these women are aggressors. All right. But oftentimes men are overly aggressive with our women, and they're putting their hands on these women with no consequences. A lot of these dudes that are doing these to women that have no brothers, they don't have their uncles, their fathers are not in their lives. They feel like there's not going to be any pushback to these, bitch ass niggas doing bitch ass shit. So they are abusing our women, and they're feeling like nobody is going to help the woman. So they're often picking women who has no brothers, who fathers were not in their lives. I was also talking to Tam today, and we were talking about just domestic violence. And I think I asked her, who do you think are more apt to have domestic violence, done to them? And what we talked about is typically is women that don't really feel comfortable with standing up for themselves. Oftentimes these women have to match energy. I was talking to Brittany when I was there today, seeing Nate, and I asked her, I said, Brittany, have you ever been through domestic violence? And she said, well, yes, but no. And she said, obviously she's been into some physical confrontation, but she matched their energy. She did things that let them know that it wasn't going to go as you're not just going to beat on my ass and think that you're going to get away with it. Basically, she matched their energy. she did things. She slashed tires and did these things. She said, hey, if you're gonna beat on me, then we're gonna have a fight. So oftentimes it's women that will not take up for themselves, right? It's women that are not comfortable with taking up for themselves. So I do want to open the request line, and I do want at some point in time, I want us to talk about domestic violence. I want to talk to some women who have been through it and who have gotten through it. I also want to open our request line for women that may be going through. Let me go and give you a statistic because I always like to do statistics. All right. I Googled this today and it says 1 out of every 3 women in the US have experienced rape, physical violence, or stalking by intimate partner. 1 out of 3. So 1 out of 3 women have experienced domestic violence. I'm gonna let that sit there with you for a minute. So you pick 3 women that are walking down the street, and out of those 3 women, one of them have been domestically abused by somebody, an intimate partner. We're not even talking about an uncle or aunt. We're talking about somebody who says that they love them, a boyfriend, a husband, a baby daddy, a busted baby, whatever you call whoever you messing around with. 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3 women have been abused or raped or physically went through some part of physical violence, whether it been emotional, physical, verbal. There's a lot of different form of abuse. It's not all physical. All right. Somebody could be verbally abusive to you. So what I would like to do is I would like to talk to somebody, and I would like to talk to somebody who have been through domestic violence. My information number is 501-650-9726. I don't know how to pin, but I am going to put this information number up here really quick. Pardon me that Q is not here. Brittany is not here. That's the information line, 501-650-9726. I want to have some conversation with somebody that has went through domestic violence. This thing that's happening with Pete Diddy and Cassie is not the only domestic violence situation. So I want to open the line, and I want to also say before I get started, if you are going through domestic violence and you need help, I'm going to make sure I give the National Domestic Violence hotline number, 1-800-799-7233. 1-800-799-7233. I want to talk to some people. We don't have a lot of people on here, but I do want you to continue to share this. If you're coming on today, if you're just joining us, we're talking about domestic violence. We're talking about the P. Diddy situation. And so I want you guys to, let me go here. I want you guys to give me a call, 501-650-9726. If you know someone that is going through domestic violence, I want to also, while I'm talking about information, I want to give you the 3 signs that I looked up today of someone who could be a possible abuser. Here's 3 warning signs that someone may be an abuser. If you're looking for someone to look at possible people who you think are abusers, here are 3 signs that they might exist. What up, Taylor? I see you, baby girl. They are extremely jealous. All right. Extremely jealous. If you've got someone that is jealous, that always trying to keep you to themselves, that do not want you to hang out with their friends, with your family members, they're always trying to keep you by themselves, that's a warning sign. All right. Possessiveness. They are always possessive. They always want to control your every move. They always want to dictate where you go, what you're doing. They're always calling your phone when you're away from them. They're always trying to see who you're around. They are possessive. That's another red flag of someone who could possibly be an abuser. The last sign is someone who is unpredictable. If you cannot predict their moods, If they're happy in the morning and sad in the evening, they're very unpredictable. That's another sign of someone who could be an aggressor, an abuser. All right. 3 signs, because I want to give you the signs of people who could possibly be an abuser. All right. I also want to give you some signs, and I'll go over here and read these signs, 7 warning signs to someone who could be being abused. So some of you guys have friends, sisters, mothers. So I'm going to give you the signs, 7 signs that those people could possibly be being abused. All right. Their partners insult them in front of others. All right. If you got friends who are dating people and their significant others are always insulting them in front of other people, that's a sign that they could possibly be going through domestic abuse. Number 2, they seem consistently worried about angering their partners. Your friends, your sisters are so concerned that they don't want to piss the people off, they could be being abused. All right. Number 3, their partner is extremely jealous. I said that before. Jealous or possessive. They are really possessive. They want to control your every move. They don't want you to hang out with other people. They want to keep all of your time to them. They want you bottled in. They want you to always stay in the house with them. When you go out, they want you to always go out with them. They don't want you to have allies or people that can see marks on you when you've been physically abused. They don't want your girlfriends. They try to alienate and talk shit about your friends. They try to make issues between people you're close to. All right. Number 5, they have unexplained marks or injuries. If you're always seeing a lot of makeup around their eyes, if you're seeing that their neck is very red, if you're seeing if they're high complexion and you're seeing a whole bunch of makeup around their neck, or you're seeing unexplained marks around their necks and their arms and stuff, those are signs that those people could be being domestically abused. They stop spending time with friends and families. I said they try to alienate you. They don't want you to hang out with your friends. They don't want you to hang out with your family because they feel like if the more that you are not around them and around other people, the more that they are sustainable to you telling somebody else or somebody just figuring out that you're being abused. Number 7, they are depressed, anxious, and they have changes in their personalities. So these are the signs that if you have friends, if you have sisters that are going through this and that you're noticing these signs, I would ask you, and you think that they are being domestic abused. Here's the kicker. Women, you kind of know. Y'all know your friends that are tripping. Y'all know your friends whose baby daddies and boyfriends and husband is just doing too much and being too possessive and shit is not adding up. If shit is not adding up, I can promise you it's not adding up for a reason, right? And you should have some conversation about them possibly being in a domestic violence relationship. Have some conversations with your friends, your siblings, your sisters, your females. Talk to them because you never know what kind of information you'll get if you just ask, if you just talk to them. Yeah, Crystal, Brittany Arnold, her son is at the hospital. She's not with us because she's actually watching Nate. He's in the hospital, so that's where Brittany is today. Crystal is just logging on. For those of you guys who are just logging on, we're talking about the P. Diddy situation, and we're also localizing it, and we're talking about domestic violence. I just gave the signs of the 3 signs of an abuser, and I also just gave you 7 signs of someone who could be being abused. I need to talk to someone. 501-650. I know there's got to be somebody out there that has been through some domestic violence. Your name can be anonymous. You do not have to talk. You do not have to tell your name. I merely want to have some conversation with someone who has been through a domestic violence issue. You can remain anonymous. You do not have to tell your name. 501 501-650-9726. 501-650-9726. I also want to ask you guys have heard the apology? If not, I'm going to play the apology right here, right now. Let me play the apology. Let me go. Where did I put the apology at? Okay. I'm going to play the apology. And let me get into the apology first, okay?
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. But sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy and go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
Okay. What do y'all think about the apology? You can comment here. What do you guys, you can't hear it. Okay. Valencia, you said that you can't hear it. Did y'all hear? Okay, they said that they can't hear the apology. Let me try it again. You guys cannot hear it. Okay. I hear you, Tam, saying that you cannot hear it. Let me know if you guys can hear it now. Let me try to play it again.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. But sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom.
Can you guys hear that?
But I make no excuses.
Because I don't want to play it in its entirety. Can you guys hear that Diddy apology? No. Okay, you cannot hear it. Well, let me just tell you, I don't want to spend a lot of time on it. If you have not heard it, I want you to go and Google Diddy's apology. I was trying to play it. Maybe I don't have it saved the right where you can hear it. Right here. There it is. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I think you'll be able to hear it this time now. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear it.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life.
Can you guys hear this?
Sometimes you gotta do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom. But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted.
Okay. Y'all can't hear it. Don't worry about it. Google Diddy's apology. I was trying to play it, but I want you guys to Google Diddy's apology. And once you Google it, I want to know, do you believe the apology? Do you believe that the apology was sincere? Whoever's handling Diddy, I shared his apology on my Facebook page on Sunday. And I said that whoever is managing Diddy, he needs to fire him. Because the apology did not seem sincere. It did not seem sincere. It just didn't. So if you heard the apology, I want to know in the comments, did you guys think that the apology was sincere? It seems like he said all of the words that you put in the apology. What I found very strange, though, is that he did not apologize to Cassie. Now, I was talking to my son, Brian, and he said that he had saw somewhere on TMZ that he cannot mention her name. And so that might be the reason why he did not mention Cassie in his apology. I don't know if that's true, but that's what we heard. But in his apology, he did not apologize to Cassie. He did not apologize to Cassie's family. He did not apologize to his family. How fucked up is it for your children to have to go through this stuff where they have to, understand, they have to understand. Let me make sure that I've got this right real quick. They have to go through and go through all of this stuff of, them, the kids. I think he owes his kids an apology. I think he owes his family apology. I think he owes Cassie apology. I think he owes Cassie's family apology. I think he owes Cassie's fans an apology. He went on and lied and said that Cassie was making up all this bullshit, and all the time it was true. He has deceived not only just his fans. This man he's a billionaire. He made plenty of money off the Ciroc, the people that have purchased Ciroc, Darion. He stepped down. I think he was over the Revolt podcast. All of the people who have supported him over the years, for him to turn around and however hard it is, because I'm pretty sure that it's hard to be able to get to the status that he's gotten to, billionaire status. It's hard to get to that status without fucking some people over, right? It's hard to get to that status. And to be such an icon and such a person that people look up to. You were a really good part of hip hop, and you're the reason why hip hop you played a big part in getting hip hop to where it is right now. For us to be so disappointed that you would treat, multiple women, Cassie. There was rumor that you had some issues with Kim, your baby mama. I don't know that there were any rumors with J-Lo, but for you to do your woman like that is despicable. It's downright just fucked up. I often talk about bitch ass shit that you do. That was some bitch ass shit that you did. The way he drugged the woman, pull her down, and here's the other thing. I'm waiting for other videos to surface. I'm waiting. I know that there's going to be some more video since this came out. This is probably not the only video that he paid to not have it surface. And he didn't do a good job. Whoever he paid the $50,000 to, it's good that they took his money and still put it out. Let me go and read some of this comment. Crystal Phillip is saying it will fall on deaf ears. His reputation is tarnished. I 100% agree with that, Crystal. Davis Austin is saying no. Clarify what you're saying no to. Tam is they say Mary J. Blige was first before Cassie. Now, Tam, I've never heard that about Mary J. Blige, right? Obviously, you've heard that before. Miss Jazzy Johnson is it's a lady on Twitter saying that he wasn't right to Kim Porter as well. Yep, I agree with that, Miss Jazzy Johnson. Crystal also is saying Sean Puffy Combs is going to jail in the discussion. I agree with that. But here's the deal. What is he? Have they charged him with anything, Crystal? I don't think that they've charged him with anything. Now, I do believe since this happened, and I do believe that a Lifetime special is going to come just like they did R. Kelly. And I do believe that the Me Too movement is going to get on him. I do believe that there are going to be more women that he sexually assaulted that's going to come out of the woodworks once this happens. Same thing that happened with R. Kelly. So I do believe that this is the beginning of his trouble. His trouble is going to continue to go on. I do believe that law enforcement will find a way to make sure that he gets to a jail cell. They said that they're trying to find sex trafficking. They're trying to find that he's sexually assaulted. That was in the civil suit that Cassie claimed. So I do believe that there will be some charges that follow that, and I believe rightfully so. his ass should be sent to jail. I do believe that with the video, the way I saw in that video, his ass need to be good. He needs to go to jail, and somebody needs to give him plenty of sexual activity in the penitentiary. Let me read the other comments. Tam, okay. Sam said something about Mary J. I didn't hear that, but here I do still want to talk to someone. Two questions I want to ask you guys. One, do you believe the apology? I want you to comment right here in the comment line. Do you believe his apology? That's the first question. Two, I would like to talk to somebody who is going through domestic violence. I will tell you again, if you are watching this episode and you do not want to come forward and you're struggling and you're in an abusive relationship, I will tell you that the National Domestic Violence Hotline number is 1-800-799-7233. Someone will talk you through it. They are experienced with handling domestic violence issues. So if you are in an abusive relationship with a boyfriend, a husband, a baby daddy, I can tell you, he's telling you he loves you. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. Please get help. Please tell a mother. Please tell a girlfriend. Please tell a sister. Please tell a brother. Please tell an uncle. Please tell a mother. Please tell a dad. Please tell an uncle. Tell somebody. Thank you, Brittany, for putting the line. 1-800-799-7233. Crystal was saying there was a lawyer early saying that the statute of limitations has passed for Cassie stuff, but the feds will more than likely indict him on some sex trafficking stuff. Yes, and I think this happened in California, and the statute of limitation has run out in California. That's why they cannot charge him for this video, the issue that happened on the video. But I'm pretty sure, Crystal, that when that one video, there are more videos that's out there that hadn't come about. I'm pretty sure I've listened to Gene Deal, which was part of his security detail. And if you will Google Gene Deal, Genedeal, he is telling you all of the women that he assaulted. He is also putting allegations that he had something to do with Tupac's killing and Biggie's killing. Google, YouTube, Gene Deal. He was a former security guard of P. Diddy. And he's telling he's been talking about P. Diddy for the last 2 years, but nobody has been listening to him. Google Gene Deal. That's the former security guard. He was a longtime security guard of P. Diddy. So he's been saying that P. Diddy has been fucked up and has been fucking over people for the longest. But nobody's listening. Nobody gave Gene Deal any they didn't solidify what he's saying, but he's been saying the whole time how he's been fucking over his artists, how he had something to do with Biggie's killing, how he had something to do with Tupac's killing. Somebody said that he had $1 million ransom hit on Suge Knight and Tupac. So listen, there's been so many rumors surrounding P. Diddy that, you know, and I was listening to today, I was listening to a 3-hour special that actually talked about P. Diddy. And it was saying that he had so many run-ins with the law. There was a shooting at a club with him and J-Lo went. Somebody's got shot there. Shine took the rap for that. But there's so many things surrounding Pete Diddy and his crew that you're surprised that he got this long without all of these, you know, without something like this coming up. I will say he will have his day. Everything that's done in the dark will come to light, and it's going to happen. I agree with Crystal that something's going to happen. Somebody is going to, they'll find a way to get some sex trafficking charges or some sexual abuse charges because you already know that he has pissed the wrong person off. Now, I do not want to stay away from that we have people that are struggling with domestic abuse. And obviously we have low viewership on here because people didn't know that we were going to do an episode today. But the reason why I came on today, because we're going to be off on Sunday. Sunday is going to be Memorial Day. So you will not hear back from our podcast until a week from today, which will next Tuesday. Hopefully, Brittany will be back. Her son will be out of the hospital. Q will definitely be off. But I wanted to come on you guys and talk about this domestic violence issue because I think that this is an issue and I think that it doesn't be talked about. It's not talked about enough in our community. And a lot of times we sweep it under rugs when we have our women, our black and brown women being beaten on by men, and it's no cause for that. So I would still like to talk to some. If there's anyone out here that's listening that would like to talk about their experience or how, if they were in a domestic abuse relationship, how they got out of it. Because I understand that it's not very easy to get out of. A lot of time the abusers control so much of the woman's life, it's not easy to get out of it. And so oftentimes women stay. They stay hoping that he will change, hoping that he will love you. And I can tell you that more than likely he probably won't change. That if he beat your ass one time, he's going to continue to beat your ass. So you need to find a way to tell a sister, to tell a girlfriend what's going on with you. And if you don't feel comfortable with telling them, the number that Brittany has pinned up there, the domestic violence hotline number is 1-800-799-7233. Find a way to get out of it. I'm not going to stay with you long tonight. I will say that if you have a girlfriend, if you have a sister, if you have a mother who you know are being physically abused, I would say you can call that 1-800 number and give them their number and their name anonymously, and the abusing hotline will reach out to them. That's one thing that I found out. Oftentimes, the abuser will not reach out to them. But if you feel like, or you know that somebody is being abused, I would suggest that you call that number, 1-800-799-7233, and give their name or give their number to the hotline, and maybe they might call them, and maybe you might be able to get through to the person that's being abused that way. There's no, cookie cutter way to get to the bottom of this. Our men are killing these women. They're not only just beating their ass, but they're ending up dead. Some of them these men are killing these women these days. And so I would tell you that if you don't just think that it's just stop with an ass whipping, it starts with the ass whipping. It could end with you losing your life. It could end with you losing your precious life so that you won't be here to take care of your loved ones, your children, and everybody that's important to you. So don't take that for granted, and don't feel like that it's going to stop and that you can change them, because I can probably tell you that the butt whoopings and the physical abuse and the mental abuse will not stop. It won't stop until they are arrested or until they are out of your lives. So don't think that you are doing them an injustice by calling the police or calling this domestic violence hotline so that you can get out of that situation. I highly encourage anybody who are going through this, and obviously nobody's going to call tonight, and I can appreciate that nobody wants to put it out there. I've even said that if you want to call, you can call anonymous, but if you don't feel comfortable, you don't. What I would tell you to do is please call the domestic violence hotline number, 1-800-799-7233. Obviously, there was nobody that commented on the apology. I would say that the consensus of everybody that I've talked to feel like the apology was fake. It wasn't sincere. It was a way so that we could continue to buy into your bullshit. And it was not a sincere apology. In fact, I wish you had not even offered, because I think the apology made it worse. I think the apology made it worse that you have lied, for the months and months that you were accused of these enormous accusations. You lied. You said that Cassie and the other people were after get your money. They were after to turn your legacy. And all along, you were guilty over the shit that you told and you tweet, and you knew you were guilty of it. Well, here's the deal. Time is going to run out for you, P. Diddy. Time is going to run out. And the thing of it is that at some point in time, hopefully the authorities will find some evidence of sex trafficking. They will find some evidence of domestic abuse, or they will find some evidence of rape. All right. And hopefully they put your ass behind the bars. Now, I'm not going to keep you long. I really appreciate that you spending this hour that we talked, on today. On Sunday, we are off. The podcast will be off because of Memorial Day. We will spend time with our families. But on next Tuesday, we will be back on next Tuesday, and we will have the whole crew. Brittany will be back. Q will be back on next Tuesday. So I will tell you to set your computer, set your reminders this Sunday. Enjoy some time with your family. I will leave with you. Here's what I'll leave with you: that if you know somebody that are going through domestic violence, whether it's physical, whether it's mental, whether it's verbal abuse, I would tell you to try to get them to seek help. The number again, before I get off of here: 1 800 799 7233. 1 800 799 7233. You could save this person's life. It always starts with one or two disagreements, one or two fights. Then you look up, you're fighting every day, you're fighting every moment, you're fighting every hour. And it is leading to these men or whomever your partner is killing a lot of these women. So don't take for granted that it will stop. Don't take for granted that you'll find a way to get out of. If you know that somebody is struggling with domestic violence, please, 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 please try to get them out of it. I cannot stress how important it is. If you are a true friend, if it's you, talk to somebody, and let them know what you're going through. Okay. I'm going to sign off. Thank you for spending this hour tonight listening to, and I hope that something that we said tonight, something that I said, something that you could call this 1-800 number and get out of this situation. Because I will say that in this domestic violence situation, you're not guaranteed tomorrow. You just never know where this stuff is going to go. And I can promise you, it starts very little and it escalates to you fighting every day. So if you're seeing some signs of an abuser, please try to get away. Please try to get yourself away from that situation. Get your children, get your family away from that situation. I feel like I've beat a dead bush, but I don't want to take for granted and that you got what you need. That 1-800 is very helpful. So call that number and they will help you get some help. Okay. I will end. Well, we're looking for sponsors on this podcast, right? We have over 3 million views that the people that listen to us on Tuesday and on Sunday, they are spending a lot of money. They're buying cars, houses, they're buying bags, they're buying clothes. So if you've got a product that you want to advertise, hit myself, inbox me, Brian Stewart, or inbox Brittany Arnold, and we've got a very affordable package that you can talk to. I promise you, it's very inexpensive that you can talk to these 72,000 people that listen to us each week. Call us or send an email to unpacking the baggage podcast LR at gmail.com. Unpacking the baggage podcast LR at gmail.com. Now, I will end with two sponsors that we have. I will be hosting on June 9th, the 25th anniversary of the Hair Invasion Arkansas. It's the biggest hair show of the Mid-South. It's one of the most entertaining events that you will ever see. It's our community at its best. Hair and barbering art infused with choreography, swag, and community. If you need tickets for it, it's June 9th. It's at Shooters Bar and Grill, 501-247-9817, 501-247-9817. The other advertisers we have is Q, who you guys hear week in and week out reading our comments. Ladies, if you like your eyebrows done, all right, she is running a special. I think it's $25 for a service that normally costs $40. All right, inbox Q Kelly. That's QUE, and y'all know how to spell the last name Kelly, KELLEY. Okay, Q Kelly on Facebook. If you are interested in getting your brows done, hit her up, support her. And those are our two sponsors. If you're looking to sponsor, our podcast. You could also call us at 501-650-9726. Hey, thank you for sharing your Tuesday evening with us. We will be back on next Tuesday. Take this weekend for Memorial Day. Be safe. We would tell you, do not drink and drive. If you drink, have a designated driver, because we want you to arrive alive. So be responsible in your drinking, and we will see you on the following Tuesday, same bat time, same bat channel. Good evening, and good night.